You know that saying, small gestures make big differences? Well, no one understood that better than Steve Jobs. He wasn't just the guy behind Apple. He was also a master at turning small actions into big results. As he once said, simplicity is the ultimate sophistication. And today, I'm going to show you how these small gestures can change your life, whether it's in your career, relationships, or even the way you see the world. Seriously, have you ever stopped to think about it? What makes someone unforgettable isn't just their big achievements, but the details. After all, who said we need to change the world all at once? Sometimes it's as simple as changing a screw, literally. And if you want to learn how to apply these lessons to your daily life, stick around until the end of this video, because I'm going to share 10 small gestures from Steve Jobs that can inspire you to become a better version of yourself. But first, tell me, what's the last detail you overlooked? Leave it in the comments, because we can always learn from each other. Let's start with the most iconic one, Jobs' obsession with details. Did you know he would actually debate the shape of the screws inside a MacBook? Yes, screws. Sounds crazy, right? But it has everything to do with his success. Let's dive in. So let's start with the basics, or rather the details. Steve Jobs was famous for his obsession with the tiniest details. And when I say tiny, I mean things most people wouldn't even notice. For example, have you ever noticed the shape of the screws inside a MacBook? Yes, inside the MacBook. While everyone else was focused on the screen and keyboard, Jobs was debating whether those little screws should be hexagonal or not. But hold on, it's not just nitpicking. For Jobs, every small detail told a story. He believed that even what people don't see needs to be perfect. As he once said, details make perfection. And perfection is not a detail. It is like when you go to a restaurant and the bathroom is spotless. You might not consciously think about it, but you feel that the place is special, you know? Another classic example is the Apple logo in stores. Jobs insisted it be tilted at a specific angle. Would anyone notice? Probably not. But he knew these small touches made all the difference in the overall perception. And here's the lesson. Paying attention to details isn't being picky. It's a commitment to excellence. Now imagine applying this philosophy to your life. How about starting today? It could be something simple, like organizing your workspace or revising that email before sending it. Just a tip. But wait, there's more. The next gesture from Jobs involves walking. Well, if you think great ideas only come from meeting rooms with whiteboards and sticky notes, get ready to change your mind. One of Jobs' most iconic small gestures was holding meetings while walking. That's right, he preferred walking outdoors rather than being stuck in a closed room. Believe it or not, this practice has a powerful foundation. Walking stimulates the brain in ways sitting simply doesn't. Studies show that movement increases blood flow and helps the mind think more creatively. And Jobs knew this maybe even before science confirmed it. As he used to say, innovation distinguishes the leader from the follower. What I love most about this is that it doesn't have to be formal. You can simply grab your coffee and explore a different path in your neighborhood. Maybe even discover something new along the way. Or better yet, invite someone to chat while you walk. Who knows, you might come back from that walk with a brilliant idea. In fact, that's how Jobs had some of Apple's best insights. And if you think that's amazing, wait until you hear how he used another magic word to transform his life and business. Guess what it is? It's no. Yes, you heard that right. Let's go. Now let's talk about a powerful word that many people are afraid to use. No. Yes. Steve Jobs was a master at saying no. And why? Because he knew that focusing on fewer things allowed Apple to do better what really mattered. Sounds simple, but it's a lesson few people actually apply. Think about it. How many times have you felt overwhelmed? trying to do everything at once? Maybe you have several ideas in your head, multiple projects started, but none finished. Jobs understood that the key to success isn't doing more, but simplifying, as he said. Deciding what not to do is as important as deciding what to do. A practical example of this is in Apple's own products. Remember the first iPhones? No unnecessary buttons, no complicated interfaces. Everything was clean, minimalist, and functional. Jobs eliminated what wasn't essential to highlight what truly mattered. And you can apply this to your life too. Say no to what doesn't add value, to what distracts you, to what doesn't align with your goals. And if you think this philosophy is incredible, wait until you see how Jobs turned small phrases into big ideas. Yes, we're talking about another skill of his. That will leave you speechless. Let's go. Now let's talk about something that makes all the difference in how people see the world, gifting ideas. Jobs had this incredible ability to turn big concepts into simple, memorable phrases. He didn't just share ideas, he delivered them like gifts. And you know what's coolest about it? These little pearls of wisdom changed how Apple and the world thought. Classic example of this was when he told designer Joni, design is not just how it looks, but how it works. Sounds simple, right? But that phrase became a mantra for Apple's team. It encapsulates an entire philosophy in just a few words. It's like giving someone a beautifully wrapped gift. You deliver something valuable, but in a light and accessible way. And here's the lesson. You can also gift ideas in your daily life. It could be sincere feedback for a colleague, a motivational phrase for a friend, or even a reflection you share on social media. The key is to do it authentically. After all, the best ideas are the ones that touch people's hearts. But do you know what else Jobs did that was pure magic? He turned even the experience of opening a box into something unforgettable. Want to know how? Let's go. Now let's talk about something Jobs took so seriously it seemed obsessive, the user experience. He didn't just think about the product itself, but the entire customer journey, from the moment someone picks up an Apple package to their daily use of the device. And you know what's most amazing? He personally supervised these details, like the feeling of opening an Apple box. Take a look at this. Everything inside the packaging has its specific place. Like a work of art, the way the product slides out of the box, the weight of the materials, the texture. Everything was designed to make you feel special. It's as if Jobs was saying details make perfection, and perfection is not a detail. And that creates an immediate emotional connection with the brand. And here's the lesson. You can apply this to your life too. How about thinking about the entire journey of the people who interact with you? Whether it's at work, in your projects, or even on social media. How do they feel when they interact with you? Small gestures, like a well-written email or a quick response, can completely transform their experience. Remember, the details tell stories. I truly believe that each of us has the power to leave our mark on the world. So, how about starting right now? Share in the comments which gesture from Jobs inspired you the most. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. That way you won't miss any new content.